Hey everyone, thank you so much for participating in our Chef in Your Garden dinner series. Huge support for our work at Growing Gardens. This is going to be a phenomenal dinner with Chef Thuy Pham from Mama Doot. She's opening up her new restaurant this month. You guys will be able to see and get a preview of what her restaurant is going to entail. Super exciting for this vegan Vietnamese dinner, this feast that you're all going to have. Also pairing this with Leah Jorgensen Cellars, amazing winemaker down in the Willamette Valley, the only one producing Cab Franc here in Oregon. Big shout out to our sponsors, Bright Space Real Estate, thank you so much, and also to Organically Grown Company. Also, take a look in your bag. There's an incentive there for picking up if you're able to pick up. Thanks for doing that. It's from a new coffee roasting company. Beans that are grown in Vietnam, now roasted here in Portland. It's called Portland Cafe. Check them out. They're just getting started just this month. Enjoy this meal. It's going to be an amazing extravaganza of flavors, but also a connection back to childhood. Watch this video from Chef Thuy. It's amazing how she then curated this basket into this experience. So thank you again. Enjoy this meal. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Thuy Pham and I'm with Mama Doot Foods. I'm here to introduce my menu for the Chef in Your Garden basket. I've chosen this menu because it's all foods and dishes that remind me of my childhood. Foods that I used to love, but was always really afraid to eat it and take it to school, and was never really able to celebrate these types of dishes. I have right here what is called bánh giò. This is a dish from northern Vietnam. My mom is originally from northern Vietnam, but escaped to the south after the war. It's a steamed rice cake that's filled with mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, soy proteins, some woodier mushrooms, and then it's wrapped in banana leaves and steamed. This is something that has always been a real treat for me growing up. It's quite a labor-intensive process, especially with the folding of the banana leaves, and so it was one of those things like we would spend a whole day making a bunch of them with my mom and freezing them and then eating them and pulling them out and steaming them as we go. So I'm going to show you here how we eat one of these. When you get them, they're already pre-steamed for you, so what you'll want to do is just put them in a steamer like this for about 10 minutes or so, just to get it all warmed up. Once you have it out, be careful, it comes really steamy hot. You want to just pull this apart. And what you have here is a steamed rice dumpling. And this is commonly eaten in Vietnam as a breakfast item, but I personally like it all the time. One of my absolute favorite things, and my mom always like cringed when I did this as a kid because like you're supposed to just eat it as is, but the little kid in me always likes a little bit of sauce, so we just want to pour the sauce over the top here. And the great thing about this is it's all gluten-free as well. And let's take a little dig in here. I'm trying to be neat about it, but you really can't be neat about eating this. The next item on my list will be what's called gasa. It is a chili, lemongrass, and chicken dish, which my version will have a soy chicken base. And a traditional Vietnamese family meal always comes with a sauteed stir fry, which what this will be a soup and some rice. You always have to have soup. I remember growing up, never had any family dinners really without, even if it's a simple broth. And my mom would always say it's really good to help, digest your rice. And so with that in mind, I'm also doing a choy sum soup, which in Vietnamese is called can cải ngọt. It's not commonly found in restaurants. I don't know why, but it's a kind of a softer version of a Chinese broccoli, and it's a little bit sweeter, and it's typically cooked with either ground pork or shrimp, but this time I've done a soy protein as the protein part of it, and it's also cooked with lots of ginger. The ginger is really going to be what makes the soup like a traditional can cải ngọt. And my favorite way to eat it is to just pour it over a little bit of rice, and you take a little bit of your rice in your soup and have a little bit of your sauteed chicken, and that is one of the most traditional meals you can have and something that I just grew up eating all the time. And for my rice dish, instead of doing just a simple fried rice, I wanted to up the ante a little bit and do something that I always loved when my mom did, was a pork fried rice. Pork fried rice is something you would find at any family event. It wasn't a Vietnamese family event if you didn't have pork fried rice. And so I'm doing a porkless fried rice here. And again, my favorite way to eat it is just with a little spoonful of rice and some soup to wash it down, like my mom will always say. And then for dessert, we have Bambachi. We're right smack in the middle of Moon Festival, and Bambachi is a Snowball Mochi cake, and it is filled with mung bean that is cooked in a pandan syrup with a mochi dough that is infused with pandan and then rolled in coconut flakes. And it's something that I just remember, like, growing up, you would see a lot of moon cakes and stuff during Moon Festival, and I love moon cakes, but they're really dense, and it wasn't always my favorite. I would always gravitate to the Bambachi, and very underrated cake, but always my favorite during Moon Festival season. So I wanted to do that tonight for your all's dessert. So hope you enjoy. You'll also find included in your basket is a little bag of coffee that is from a new company called Portland Cafe. They are a Vietnamese family-owned business that just started actually a few weeks ago. They import their beans from Vietnam and roast them in Portland. And I hope you get a chance to brew a little coffee and enjoy it with your dessert. I'm sure many of you are already familiar that they've been around for 25 years. They've run garden programs in Title I schools and low-income communities, as well as correctional facilities. And that one really struck a chord with me. My brother spent time incarcerated, and my daughter's dad was incarcerated for years as well. And I remember visiting my brother in Sheridan every weekend, and hearing him talk about, getting access to food, and how much he lit up when he talked about getting food from the gardens over there. And, my brother's a good guy. He deserved better than what he got there. And what Growing Gardens is doing makes a difference in a lot of people's lives on a daily basis that we don't realize. We don't think about the impact of food and what kind of comfort that offers us as human beings. It nourishes us physically, but in so many ways emotionally. And Growing Gardens understands that. And I want to help support that in any way I can. So that's why I'm here. And I am really grateful you guys got a basket. And I hope that, I can continue to support Growing Gardens, and you all can too. If you enjoyed the food and the menu here, you'll actually be able to find a very similar menu shortly at my new restaurant that I'll be opening hopefully at the end of October. You can follow me on Instagram at mama.dukefoods. But yeah, you can follow me there on Instagram, or look me up on my website at mamadukefoods.com. But I will be in the Buckman neighborhood over on Morrison and 14th, and hoping to be able to offer more vegan Vietnamese food for everyone. And I hope you had a good dinner.